School library catalogs have been something of a high-profile issue for Republicans, not just here in Texas, but across the country. Now, a new bill signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott appears to be a pretty unique approach for Texas. The question is, how will it work? It's probably no surprise that Texas, like many other Republican states, is implementing new policies to regulate school library catalogs.
It's the kind of graphic image that no one would publicize, and yet we have books like that in our schools.
House Bill 900 takes effect September 1st, and while we'll likely start to see changes in the next school year, it likely will be fall 2024 when the next steps are implemented. Next April, school library book vendors will need to come up with their list of explicit materials in schools. That September, and every September thereafter, vendors will need to update that list with any changes.
They will be hard at work determining how to meet the requirements of those ratings to either rate a book as sexually relevant or sexually explicit.
Throughout the session and almost immediately after HB 900 was signed into law, Democrats have been critical of the policy. Hayes County Democrat Aaron Zwiener tweeted disappointment in the policy's passage as opposed to increasing school funding. The bill's author, Jared Patterson, responded, "Sorry, not sorry," saying explicit materials have no place in schools and adding, "Honestly, it's weird that you disagree." But Texas' approach is unique compared to much of the country. So how far will booksellers comply?
By pressuring businesses, is part of an emerging pattern that we're seeing in the legislature.
Buying books for schools isn't always as easy as walking into a bookstore yourself. School districts often enter into contracts with those vendors. Now, vendors will be shut out from doing business with Texas schools if they don't comply.
The risks to the vendor are pretty great if they rate a book incorrectly, and then that rating is challenged. The book could be removed and the vendor might not be allowed to sell in the state of Texas, and so they may just walk away from the state.
House Bill 900 certainly was a divisive topic for lawmakers, though some Democrats did join Republicans in voting for the bill, particularly in the House. From outside the Texas state capitol, Michael Atkinson, CBS Austin News.